Kingdom people, they have lost their ability to thrive. They have lost their ability to thrive. Listen, kingdom people. These people have come at you so much, trying to keep you from thriving, trying to stop you, block you. Listen, get you to engage in battle with them so much that they can't even thrive anymore because it's been stripped of them. Their ability to thrive has been stripped of them. Listen, a lot of these people were doing all right before they came up on you. Now, don't get me wrong, these people, they do this kind of stuff with everybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people. You ain't the first, but you might be the last. And so, you know, they had been doing these kind of things towards other people, but they wasn't covered like you. They wasn't protected like you. They wasn't you. They wasn't anointed like you. They wasn't. Listen, God used you to bring judgment on people. Not that you're yourself doing it, but he used you for him to bring this judgment on them that is due to them because of all of their unrighteous behavior, because of all of their evil deeds, all of the things that they have done to other people, all of the harm that they've caused to others. Listen, all the witchcraft. I just heard that they put others through. Because when people do witchcraft on you, they putting you through something or trying to. They trying to bring harm on you. They trying to cause you some problems. So they trying to put you through something. And so these things have worked with other people. But God used you. Because he's putting an end to these people and their wicked deeds. And that's just precisely what has happened. They can't thrive anymore. Again, these people were doing all right. They was living their lives, you know, doing whatever, probably gaining certain material goods, probably even have certain positions and titles and all those kind of things. But whatever they have, whatever they had, their money, it's drying up. Their job, they can't stand it. They hate it. Whatever they do, their home life, miserable. It's nothing but darkness in their home. It's a dark. I mean, imagine that. You a dark being. Then you're going to bring darkness to your home. Unless someone is there that brings the light. But for these people, they don't have that. They don't have someone who bring the light. And even if someone was there that bring the light, eventually God will remove that lighted being if they're not allowing that light to illuminate them and their consciousness. You know, turn their hearts towards the light. He will eventually remove the light. The light is there for all to see. But that don't mean if you mishandle the light, you don't do what you're supposed to do with the light gonna continue to stay. It's there for you to see, so you can see what you need to do. So if you're not doing what you need to do, which for the most part is changing your ways, turning from evil ways or just sin, you know, not just sin, but sin, and turning towards the ways of God, doing things God's way. And so these people, you know, they just marinate in their sins. They marinate in their evil. And, you know, I was just having an experience. Well, I wasn't having an experience. This person was having an experience, but I guess they was trying to make me have an experience. I'm aware that they're trying to make me have an experience. But, you know, they just keep doing this thing. Like, the same thing. And they just keep going. Like, it's to get my attention. Making a loud, chaotic noise. It's so weird. And it's, it saddened me in a way of, oh my goodness, what kind of the state that you're in to be doing that? How do you focus on someone like that day in and day out to put your man, and we know that their minds are gone. I know that this person's mind is gone. They're not there. They're gone. The entity that dwelled in them obviously, was using them. But at this point, they are the entity. That thing that took them over. And that's what happens. Because you have free will. You can say, no, I'm not going to do that. Let me chill. But they don't do that. They just keep going and keep going and keep going. And it just saddened me because I'm like, how do you just keep doing this? Hold on to somebody that's not paying you any attention. And that's part of it, to get the attention, to get my attention that I'm never going to give you, because I don't give my attention to dark entities. It's just not what I do. And, it's just a lot to it. But it's a combination of things. It's to engage me. It ultimately wants my energy. That's ultimately what it is. And even if it's like in a way to try to make me fight with them, which I'm not getting ready to fight. I don't have to battle with you. But a lot of times it's just to try to bring you into the mess that they're in. It's a combination thing. That's what I'm saying. It's sick. And the mess that they be in be because they coming at you. That's why the mess hit them finally. And a lot of times, kind of people, they know that. If they didn't know at first, now they know. They know. And so they can't thrive. That's what I'm getting to. They can't. That is not there. And they see me just keeping on going and doing what I do. Every day I'm making boss moves. It was on me earlier. They make boss moves. They make clown moves. I make kingdom moves. You make kingdom moves, kingdom people. And they make demonic moves. And so you're going to get what you put out. And think about it, kingdom people, after going through extremes to try to stop somebody, just to see them still going, but they stuck. They can't thrive. And they're aware that there's nothing there. They're aware that there's no, how can I say it, kingdom people? There's no, I want to say, love for life. No desire to live, so to speak. It's not there. It's being taken from them. It's dead. It's misery, like for real. And they can't thrive. It's nothing, I want to say ain't no opportunities coming to them or anything like that, but these are the kind of people, opportunities that are opportunities for us is not the same thing as for them. These are the kind of people, they just worship mammon. They want money. They want material things. So they don't want opportunities to be able to thrive in a good way, in a godly way. Yes, to be a blessing to others, to serve the community, to just be a blessing, to work, to use your gifts, use it for the kingdom, for God, regardless if, in the world, you're doing it for the kingdom, even when you're out here in the world, because, hey, we in the world. Most businesses and organizations and companies are not kingdom. So God puts his kingdom people out here in the world. And but that's not what they're on, is my point. What they want to thrive in ultimately is that wickedness, but to gain things, to get money, to see who they can get over on, to see who they can put their foot on and, build up off of them, that kind of a thing. Because they're users. These people are opportunists. But they're not able to thrive in that. They're not able to thrive in the things they once were able to thrive in. And that's because they didn't came up on you. And then I'm hearing, when the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard against them. And that's what happened. He will, wait a minute. When the enemy come in and like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard against them. I'm hearing they will stumble and fall. Is that part of that scripture? That's what I'm hearing too. They will stumble and fall. Yeah, that's something. That's somewhere up in there. But they stumbling and falling. They can't thrive. A standard has been lifted against them. And God is the standard. I mean, you're the standard. You are of a certain standard. So when they coming in like a flood, thinking they finna come and run up on you and stop you and block you and control you and manipulate you and all this, a standard. That standard is too high for them to reach. You are above. They down here trying to, how you trying to, it's like crabs in a barrel. How you trying to reach for somebody that's up there? You can't. You gotta. Now, they can't thrive. They can't do what they used to do. You too above them. When I say above, I do mean just that. I'm not going to say that don't mean you better. I mean better spiritually. You're in a better spiritual place. You're spiritually grounded. You're working on it. Either way, you're still in a better place. Just the fact that you putting in the work. They not on anything like that. They are on demon time. Full time, kingdom people. 25, 8, 375 days out the year. You hear me? So they can't thrive anymore because, listen, when you work for Satan, listen, the scripture, let me just say this first. I'm just trying to say too much. Eventually you're going to fall. Eventually you're not gonna be able to thrive. Eventually, Psalm 37 says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Listen, kingdom people, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb." So they're gonna be cut down and wither away. That's what happens to the wicked, to the evil. It says, for they shall soon. It's going to happen. It's coming. So that's what's happening, kingdom people. They're withering away. They're being cut down. And they're withering. They cannot thrive, kingdom people. They can't do it. They might still wake up every day and do whatever, but it's like this. These is like, looking like lost puppies. Bumping up against. That's how their lives are. How can you thrive like that? And a lot of these people have mental disorders. They're mentally deranged at this point. And I say at this point because they probably weren't that bad before, but when they started messing with you and kept going, cuckoo, 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 they're gone. You can't thrive like that. And I'm not making fun of people who really do have mental disorders and they're getting the help they need. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about wicked people who be coming for God's people or people, period. And now their minds are gone. They can't thrive. You can't thrive in that. That's why they so focused on you. Because you thriving. And they can't. They can't even thrive again in their wickedness no more. And they feel like you the cause of that. But again, God did use you to shut them down. He did. Anyway, kingdom people, they cannot thrive. They are not able to thrive anymore.